Real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com. Buying a home may help shield you from inflation. It feels like everything is getting more expensive these days. That's because inflation has remained higher than normal for longer than expected, and that's impacting the costs of goods and services more. And with rising costs all around you, you're probably questioning, is now really the right time to buy a home? Here's the good news. Owning a home is actually one of the best ways to protect yourself from the rising costs that come from inflation. A fixed mortgage protects you from rising housing costs. One of the key benefits of home ownership is that when you buy a home with a fixed rate mortgage, your biggest monthly expense, your mortgage payment, stabilizes. Sure, your payment could rise slightly as your homeowner's insurance and property taxes shift, but no matter what happens with inflation, your principal and interest payments won't change. That's not the case if you rent. Rent tends to rise over time, and it usually goes up even faster than the rate of inflation. Just look at data from the Bureau of Economic Analysis, BEA, and the Census Bureau. And if you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of the socials, or ABC News and Talk AM 1490, FM 98.1 video feed, you are seeing a chart of rent increases, usually outpacing inflation. And you can see the inflation rate is in blue, the small bars. The average rental price increase is red, the larger bars. So while renters face higher costs year after year, homeowners with a fixed mortgage rate lock in their monthly payments, making it easier to budget no matter what happens with inflation. Home prices typically rise faster than inflation. Another big reason home ownership is a great hedge against inflation is that home values tend to appreciate over time, often at a higher rate than inflation, according to data from the BEA and Fannie Mae. Again, another graph, home price appreciation usually outpacing inflation. Here, we've got the green is the average home price appreciation, with blue being the average inflation rate. And going back to the 1990s, I'm not seeing any time that the home price appreciation was less than the rate of inflation. Good news. That makes real estate one of the strongest long-term investments during times of rising prices. While inflation can chip away at the value of cash savings, real estate typically holds or grows in value, allowing you to build wealth. On the other hand, renting offers no protection against inflation. In fact, it does the opposite. When inflation drives up costs, landlords often pass those increases on to tenants through higher rents. That means as a renter, you're continually paying more without gaining any financial benefit. But as a homeowner, rising prices work in your favor by increasing the value of your home and growing your equity over time. And with experts forecasting continued home price growth, that means you're making an investment that usually grows in value and should outperform inflation in the years ahead. In short, a fixed rate mortgage protects your budget, and home price appreciation grows your net worth. That's why home ownership is a strong hedge against inflation. Remember, that fixed rate mortgage, it's fixed as long as you own it. If you refinance it, it could go down. Why would you refinance it? Because you want a lower rate, or you want to save other money. You want to use some of that equity for other liability issues, building wealth. That's where you look at our two-step, rsrlinks.com/two-step, rsrlinks.com/two-step, where we show you how to use some of that home equity efficiently and save money over time. Bottom line, inflation can make everyday expenses unpredictable, but owning a home gives you stability. Unlike rent, your monthly mortgage payment stays pretty much the same over time. Plus, the values of your home is likely to increase after you buy. That is the real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com.